Why founders fail. 10 hard truths from an 8-figure CEO. So you've got $1 million idea and you're hungry, but there's a voice in your head whispering, what if I don't have what it takes? Today, I want to share with you 10 reasons that over 90% of startups fail and how to overcome each of them. My name is Ben Handler, and I bootstrapped Australia's largest buyer's agent business in my 20s, securing $3 billion in property value. I now run an 8-figure online education business. But I've been through times where I thought I wouldn't make it. The 10 reasons I'm about to share are not secondhand information. They're struggles I've faced in my own life. But before we get into that, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you're a founder who's trying to grow. Let's dive in. Reason 1, bad founder market fit. You've probably heard of the dude and the story Brian Chesky, the founder of Airbnb. Brian rented out an air mattress in his apartment. He realized there might be a market for person-to-person vacation rentals, and he went on to create $1 billion platform. But you might not realize that he was also an experienced user interface designer. He didn't just create a software company without understanding software. He stuck to what he knew. When opportunity appeared, he took action, but only in a way that made sense with his existing skill set. Founders often fail because they build a business that doesn't align with what they know. You can have a great idea, but it needs to align with your skill set. Play to your strengths, and building a business becomes 100 times easier. Reason 2, not delegating. When I set up my online education business, I was really clear on one thing. I wanted to work on the business, not in the business. This mindset shift is critical for entrepreneurs. In 1954, Ray Kroc, he visited a hamburger restaurant in California and was blown away by the speed of its operations. He convinced Richard and Maurice McDonald to let him franchise it. Ray then grew the franchise company to over $8 billion in annual sales, and he wasn't working in the actual restaurant. A lot of founders fail because they're stuck working inside the company. Instead, you need to hire the right people, delegate the operations, and give yourself the freedom to spend all your time on growth. Reason 3, working with the wrong people. Steve Jobs said the secret of his success was hiring the best people in the world. You can delegate all day long, but if you don't delegate to the right people, then it's going to be way harder to get the result you want. How do you get the right people? I picked up this cheat code from Steve Jobs. He focused on finding people who loved the product, the company, and its vision. As a result, his hires had high integrity, high energy, high intelligence, high work ethic. Use this to measure the potential of everyone you bring into your business. Reason 4, the founder falls apart. More than 70% of founders struggle with mental health issues. In fact, if you're an entrepreneur, you're way more likely to have mental health challenges than the average population. One study even reported 49% of founders were considering quitting this year. To me, the solution is coaching. I'm a big believer that entrepreneurship is like sports. Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, Usain Bolt, they all had coaches. Entrepreneurship is just as hard as sports, but a lot of entrepreneurs don't have a coach. My business coach has helped me achieve amazing results. It also helps me get out of my own head, and all of the successful entrepreneurs I know have a coach. If you want to be successful, get a mentor, get a coach, or even start your own mastermind group. Reason 5, bad product market fit. Have you heard of the story of Slack? Back in 2012, Stuart Butterfield launched an online game called Glitch. It bombed, but while working on the game, his team built this communication tool for themselves. Stuart got positive feedback on it and launched Slack in 2013. 10 years later, he sold it for $27.7 billion. I can't find a better example of realizing your product is a dud and turning things around. Remember to build what customers want, not what you think they want. You might be surprised by the product or service that finally sticks. Reason 6, lazy marketing. A lot of founders, they think they need a giant marketing budget to be successful, but it's not true. I've generated a ton of sales for my business with $0 in advertising. My favorite tactic is something called the 9-word email. Dean Jackson came up with this concept, and it's about asking a short, provocative question to your email list or your network. For example, you might send an email to old leads that says, "Are you still interested in growing your website traffic?" It works insanely well and it helps you revive conversations with old leads. You might be surprised at just how much opportunity is available in your existing network or email list. The point is, you need to be creative and consistent with your marketing. If your marketing can't generate sales with a $0 budget, it's unlikely your marketing is going to work with a $1 million budget. Number 7, indecision. If you were born before the 90s, then you probably remember Kodak. During most of the 20th century, Kodak dominated the film and camera industry. But by 2012, the company filed for bankruptcy. Kodak executives resisted digital technology, and when sales started to fall in the early 2000s, it was too late to save themselves. As a founder, it's normal to hesitate when you need to make a huge call, but it's better to make a decision and change it than do nothing and watch your business collapse. Think like Apple. Small, consistent iterations win the race. Number 8, bad execution. Warren Buffett said the difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. Too many business owners go around in circles chasing shiny objects. They half finish any plans they have, and it makes it extremely difficult to grow. Set realistic goals, break those goals into achievable milestones, say no more often, and then take a relentless action to finish what you started. Number 9, running out of cash. Here's a crazy statistic. The majority of Fortune 500 CEOs don't come from marketing, product, or engineering. They come from finance. For example, people like Jeff Bezos, Martha Stewart, Phil Knight, Jeff Weiner from LinkedIn, John D. Rockefeller, and more. I know you didn't become a founder to spend your time looking at numbers, but finance is the language of business. For me, the number one thing I teach buyer's agents is to focus on net profit. Don't bet everything on selling your company in the future. Focus on the now. I'm a big believer that you can start a business for under 20K and stay out of debt while you grow. I started my business with less than 5K back in 2009, but I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't track and understand the finances of the business. Number 10, getting outcompeted. I saved this one till last because even if you master all the 9 reasons for failure, you can still get outcompeted. Your competitors develop a better product, your customers buy a cheaper alternative, or you get crowded out the market. It's something you have no control over, but you have to watch for it and know how to respond to it. One of my best tips is to get feedback from churn. Talk with the customers and clients you're losing and ask them why they're leaving. Is there no longer a need? Are they using a different service? This is by far the easiest way to spot rising and falling trends in the market, and it can warn you of upcoming shifts before they happen. We've covered 10 major reasons why founders fail. I've shared with you insights from my own journey to bootstrapping Australia's largest buyer's agent business and securing $3 billion in property value. If you got value from this video, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you're a founder who's trying to grow. Then comment below and let me know what you thought. I'm ramping up my content on this channel and I'm really looking forward to engaging more on here with all of you. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.